Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Blessed Beauty Mimi. I hope that when you watch this video that you find yourself in a great space and a great mind, and that you get what you need out of this video. So it might be a little brief today or tonight, depending on when you're watching. The time is now 12:42 a.m. Okay, it is 12:42 in the morning. I just took my shower. I had a very, very long day, and no complaint here. When I say long, I just mean busy. I had a lot of things that I needed to take care of and check off of my list. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it seemed like the more that I was checking off, the more that began to pile. And it seemed like it was going to be a never-ending night. And not to mention, I got to wake up early in the morning. Earlier. Usually I get up about 5:30 in between there. And I'm going to be getting up probably about 4, maybe 4:30-ish. Preferably 4, but probably more 4:30-ish because I can probably use the extra 30 minutes, a little more rest. My company, we're having a Christmas party at my job, and I volunteered to bring some food, and I want the food to be fresh, so I'm going to cook it in the morning. And so needless to say that Wednesdays are the days that I do my deep cleaning for my home. It's because it's midweek, so you want to keep your home presentable, as days go by. And so Wednesday, I find, is usually a good day to prep for the weekend because, you might be busy on the weekend, or you just may want to relax on the weekend. And during the week, you're working. And you come home, you cook dinner, you wind down, you wake up and you do it all over again, go back to work, you come home, get the kids from school, help with homework, you cook dinner, you wind down, and so I find that Wednesday is a good day to just reset your week, okay? Sunday is great as well to prep you for the week, but for me, again, Wednesday is just a good day to kind of slow the hustle and bustle and bring yourself back down to reality after the mundane from Monday and Tuesdays rush, getting to work and all that. Getting back on your daily grind. Wednesday kind of humbles you a bit and reminds you still have a home to care for. And so speaking about that, speaking about a home to take care of, let's not forget that our first home is our vessel. And I am in my PJs, I'm in my pajamas, and I have my beautiful wrap on that I love. It's so beautiful. It's multi-functional, and I got it from one of the beautiful ladies at my job who was so kind enough to gift it to me. It's beautiful, very gorgeous wrapping, and you can use it as a scarf. They usually use it as a sarong. I hope I'm saying it right. They're Muslim, so I'm hoping I'm saying these words correctly. And if they're watching, or whoever's watching, if you know the proper name, it's a very, very, very long scarf. It's gorgeous. And so I like to use it to wrap my crown. And I took my hair down from that updo. If you go back to my previous video, you'll find the tutorial of my updo that I like to do when I'm headed out or like I'm rushing and I just need a nice put together style. So I took that down. And now I have to do my hair and cook tomorrow morning, but all will be well. So just to reiterate what I was saying, I'm glad that came up. that I have things to do in the morning, but um, your first home is your body, is your vessel. And so after this long day that I had, deep cleaning, and I decided to mop and clean out my refrigerator and you know, wiped everything down. And as I clean like that, as I deep clean, I like to pray and I like to meditate and I like to set my tone to be in gratitude. And I have to, because sometimes, especially as a single mother of two children, and my 1-year-old right now, well, I don't want to claim that over her. I pray that she's gotten over it. But she had fever earlier, and she had fever yesterday and the day before that. And so, as a single mom, I am needed 24/7. And I am currently in nursing school, and I am currently a full-time medical assistant working. But when I get home, I do not clock out from medical. I am still on the clock. I am still on the job. I am still playing nurse, okay? And so, um, with all the things going on with me today and all the things that I had to check off my list, I wanted to just put it out there. I wanted to half-ass my routine, my regimen on self-care. I'm going to repeat that. I had a very long day of giving myself to others and showing up for other people. I think we're going to make this a series. I'm probably going to have to put this in a separate playlist. The last couple of videos, I've been talking about showing up for yourself. So I probably am just going to have to put the showing up videos. I'm going to have to put that in the playlist and title it Show Up For Yourself. But needless to say, after the very extensive day that I had and how drained that I may have felt, I wanted to, and I gave myself the thought that it would be okay if I half-assed my daily routine of self-care. Now I'm going to give you a background of what my self-care routine looks like. I usually shower, except for one day out of the week, I fully submerge myself in the tub. I do a full Epsom salt bath. And depending, usually at the beginning or the end of the month, to prepare for the beginning of the next month, it just depends. I do a cinnamon bath. And we'll talk about that another time. But what I want to really get into is my daily routine, that I do an extensive shower and I exfoliate in that shower. And I just caress every crevice. And I really care about my skin. As you can see, it looks really good on camera. Okay. I promised myself that I would give myself my all. I have dated and I have loved and I have married and I've committed to others. But this go round, this chapter, I want to know what it feels to go full out and to fully commit to myself and to love myself and to give my all to me. Literally dating me, catering to me, spoiling me, okay? And so I want to improve my appearance, not just on the outside, but my heart posture and the way that I show up for things and the way that I show up for myself and the way that I fashion myself. And we talked about that in the last video, that to fashion yourself, means your behavior and the mood that you choose to do the things that you do, how you show up and appear to the world. Like they say, in an orderly fashion. And so my orderly fashion for my self-care routine is I take care of my skin daily. I promised myself that I would do that because I genuinely like having glowy, radiant, silky smooth skin. And I love it to be clear. And I wear makeup daily. And it's not that I necessarily need it. You know, my eyebrows, they need to be arched. I have very full eyebrows. Um, I mean, they're really, really full. Um, but needless to say, I don't necessarily need the makeup. I just thoroughly enjoy doing it. I love the artistry behind it. And I even do others' makeup because I just genuinely love makeup. I love the beauty. That's why I'm blessed beauty Mimi, okay? But I do believe that before you can focus on the artistry of makeup, you first need to take care of your skin. And you should be knowledgeable of skin, especially if you are doing other people's makeup, because you don't want to cause their skin to blemish and to break out and allergic reactions. And makeup can be harsh if you are not careful. And so I don't want to go on a rant on that. My thought today again is about showing up for yourself and how I was going to half-ass my routine on doing what I normally do because I just felt tired. Like I was giving my all. I was burnt out. I burnt out. I felt myself burning out as I was mopping my floors in the kitchen. I felt tired and I said, I'm going to wash because I have a OCD. I can't clean and not bathe myself after I clean. I don't like that, and I don't know how others can do that. But I don't want to know how they can do that because I genuinely like taking my showers after I clean, and I love taking my showers after I come home from work. So I didn't want to give up the shower. It was just the daily routine of my skincare. And I said, you know, I'll take my shower. I do all the normal things that I do in the shower. The only difference is I won't necessarily double wash my face. I'll wash it one time with this soap and then let that be that. I was willing to wash my face. I was so tired. I was so willing to wash my face, and I've done it before, and it does work to an extent, okay? I was willing to wash my face with Castile soap, and it's not just any kind of Castile, it's Dr. Bronner, so it gets the job done, but I don't want the job done. I don't want just the job to be done. There's a difference between getting the job done and having uh, an overarching or um, what's the better word? A um, high standard for things. So the so just for an example, if you want a burger and that's all you want, then you can go to any fast food restaurant and they'll get the job done. They'll give you a burger. That's what you want. But if you want a gourmet burger, and if you want that burger to not only fill you up, but to be nutritious, like you want the cow to be grass fed and you want to not bloat after you eat that burger because it's not filled with artificial flavorings and preservatives and all that yada yada yada. If you set the standard for what you're about to eat and for your end result, then you wouldn't settle for any fast food because you know the end result of what's going to happen to your stomach after you eat fast food. So they get the job done if that's all you want is just a burger. But if you have a standard for what you are wanting and an outcome that you are wanting, then you'll go get that gourmet burger. And so I had to remind myself in that shower that I have set the precedent. I have set a standard for my skin. And I know this video can seem so like random, and I could just be ranting on something so minute to somebody as far as skincare. But it's not just the skincare. Don't miss the message. It's about the promise that I made to myself that I will take care of my skin, that I will have a better self-care about myself, that I will put myself first. So you mean to tell me that I went to work today as a medical assistant and as a nursing student, and I nursed other people and I cared for other people and I did the best that I could medically, and that was in my scope of practice, to the extent that I was able to provide medical assistance, and then I come home and I just say, oh, I care for everybody else today, so I have nothing else left for me. That's the wrong attitude. I was almost there, but that's the wrong attitude to have. I can't live my life like that. So I had to find not only the strength, but I had to be in a gratitude mode. I had to be in such a gratefulness that I was reminded my outcome that I want, the outcome that I really want, is for my skin to do just what it's doing right now. You see that? You see that? Okay. This right here, no filter, no flitter, no flitter, okay? But this is important to me. And whatever is truly important to you, you will show up and show out. So, another thing, while we're on the topic of showing up for yourself, because I had such a long day, I was not able to record the way I wanted to, or the way that I thought I would have. At least recording, when I got off of work and sitting in the car for a minute and recording. I couldn't do that today. Like I said, little one had fever, so she was with mom today. With my mom, her grandma today. And so when I got off of work, I had to meet up with her. And then because we have the party tomorrow, I had to run to a couple of stores to grab a couple of things, groceries here. I had to get my sweater for tomorrow because we're having an ugly sweater party. So I had to go get my sweater. And then the baby is feeling a little better. So her teachers reached out to me and said, they're having an ugly sweater party. So I had to go get her ugly sweater. It just was a lot of last minute things that I did not plan for. And so I was not able to go live the way that I wanted to. So I thought. And so after I got out the shower and I done, reminded myself of what I promised myself about my skincare, in that same moment, I reminded myself, and I also said that I was going to make it my business to show up for YouTube and to show up for my blessed beauties and to show up for myself as Blessed Beauty Mimi. And so again, on this channel, we talk about faith. We talk about fashion. We talk about fitness. We talk about fun. We talk about food. We talk about finances. We talk about family. We talk about friends. We talk about all the beautiful F's. We talk all about that. We talk about all of it. My nickname also, you guys don't know, my nickname is Fancy. And I go by Mimi Fancy sometimes, okay? I used to go by Fancy coming out of high school, okay? I got it tattooed on my leg. I'll show y'all that for another day. But either way, or you'll see it in pictures. But either way, I say all that to say that no matter what I set myself to do, whether it's to talk about faith, whether it's to talk about fashion, fitness, fun, food, yada, 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 yada. No matter what it is that I set myself to talk about, I want to make sure that I hold myself accountable, because I promised myself that I was going to show up. So again, the previous video was about fashion, how you fashion yourself. I'm looking very fashionable in my wrap. I adore it. It's the gold that is, what's the word? Knitted. Or is it knitted? I don't know, but it's just sewn. It's not sewn. Is it? I don't know. Threaded. It's threaded. It's just gorgeous all the way around. It's very unique, and I absolutely love unique things. But the way that you fashion yourself, the way that you show up, the way that you appear, the way that you behave, the way that you get in routine. I told you the way that you do one thing is how you do everything. So with that being said, the fact that I showed up for my skin, I want y'all to hear this, because this is part of faith, this is part of fashion, okay? The fact that I had the faith enough, okay, to show up for my skin, and I fashioned myself, I positioned myself to make sure that my skin was taken care of. In the same breath and in the same moment, I said, and I can also record the video that I wanted to record. And check that off of my list. And make sure that I end the night knowing that I did what I said I was going to do. So for me, I am proud of myself. And again, my skin is glowing. If you guys want the skincare routine, please just tell me. It would be my pleasure to share it. Now, I'm not saying I have the best skin, but I will say she's doing her thing. Okay? Either way, show up for yourself. You go out to the world every day. You give your job your all, your boss your all, your employer, whoever it is. You end up saying, look, we got it. It's time for me to show up for myself and go to bed and give myself some energy. Okay, show up for myself and rest. But a really quick note, you show up for your spouse, and you're committed to your spouse, and you show up in your relationship. As a mom, I know this one. We show up as mommies every day. Day in and day out, we give our all to our babies, our children, even to our grown children. If you have any grown children, I don't have any grown children, but I hear that your babies are always going to be your babies no matter what the age. And so we never get a break, moms. We'll never really get a break. You are always on duty. You're always a mother. And so you go out and you show up for everybody. Don't go putting yourself on a back burner. Don't do it. Don't half-ass love you. I'm telling you. If you look at my last video, I said, oh, see, this is so timely. The last video, I talked about how you fashion yourself, and the 3 women at my job that had come in and had shared with me how they let themselves go because their spouses are draining them, abusing them, just harming them, just doing whatever, because these women had unfortunately let themselves go. They stopped showing up for themselves. And one woman in particular, as I stated before, has a stench about her. And I just pray that the next time she comes to the office, that she has a cleanup about her, that she's cleaner, because she let herself go to the extent that her hygiene has declined. And so I'm telling you, this is such a timely video, because what would it be if it wasn't? Tell me why. out of all the days, when I feel depleted and tired, and I say, I'm going to take me a shower, but I'm not going to do my full skincare routine. That's part of hygiene. Am I going to stink because I didn't extensively wash my face the way that I usually do? No, because my crevices and nooks are taken care of and are exfoliated beautifully. However, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so if I say this, oh, just this one time, it's just this one time. If I make excuses on why I didn't put me first and why I didn't take care of my own personal standards of hygiene, then imagine how it can start to spill over into my daily routine, my daily activity. It can start to hinder me. It can start to show up and affect how I do everything else. So cheating this one time on my routine and half-assing this one time. There's no other way to put it. I'm just saying it's the truth. Just this one time, just not showing up for myself almost cost me this beautiful face. Ladies, take care of yourself. And if you're like me, take care of yourself first. Learn from me, please. Don't serve yourself last. Serve yourself first. Put your plate to the side. You know what big mamas used to do? Aunties or whoever used to cook back in the day. When they cook a feast or a meal, they serve themselves first secretly. You don't even be knowing. So my aunt. My aunt was like my big mama, basically. And she's still alive. If you're watching, hi, Auntie. My Auntie Wanda. If you're watching, I love you. And I need to call you. Because if I'm saying your name, I need to go ahead and call you. But she was like my big mama. She helped raise me, and my mom was a single mom, and so my auntie had to help a lot of time. My mom was young, you know, and my mom was going off to college and working full time, 2 jobs, and man, my aunt would care for me and my siblings a lot of times, and especially me as the youngest. I'm the baby out of the 4 my mom has, so my aunt would always care for me, and me and my cousin, my older cousin, me and her were always tight. We're always like this, and she's now my daughter's godmommy, my little baby. She's her godmommy, so we're still close. But needless to say, because that just went so left field, that's why I need to go to sleep because I'm rambling. But needless to say, big mamas would always secretly put them a plate to the side. And I remember my auntie, I always be wondering if she ate yet, because she served everybody else. She said, no, I'm gonna eat when everybody else is done eating. And I would say to myself, oh, I hope she got enough left over, because I want seconds. So I hope she got enough to feed her and to feed me and to feed more people. Because if I want seconds, I know they want seconds. Oh, but you know what? Late at night, after everybody's gone and her house is back clean, her kitchen is washed down, and the trash is taken out, and the babies is all bathed up, and me and my cousins, we all bathed, and she got our pallets ready because we would have a lot of sleepovers together. And she got our pallets settled, and she done gave us a snack. She'll give us, oh, I didn't like it, but it's her favorite. She'll give us black cherry ice cream. And I was to spit the cherries out. Oh, I didn't like the cherries. But I just tell y'all all to say this. After it was all said and done, after the extensive list that my auntie had to do of serving the whole family that would come down and visit her during the family reunion, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. I mean, my auntie served you. I'm telling you, she served. I'm talking about, when I kid you not, it will always be 20 to 30 to 40 to 50. I mean, I kid you not, she was always serving something. Her house was always packed. Always. Even when she was making a smaller meal, she was still in charge of 10 people she had to serve on a daily basis that lived in her home. And I always wondered if my auntie was going to have enough to feed herself. And late at night, after all of the things on her list was checked off, her home was nice and clean, and we were laying down, I would hear her start unwrapping the foil. And I said, oh, good. She saved her a plate. She saved herself a plate. I don't know why that makes me want to cry. Ladies, save yourself a plate. Don't give anybody your first. Give you your first, okay? Give to you first. Give to yourself first. And then you turn around and you serve everyone else. They didn't even know. I didn't even know that she already was served. She served her first. She put her plate to the side. She made sure she had enough for herself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, if you are happening to ear hustle, or maybe you click on this video and say, what's this lady with this thing on her head? It doesn't matter, okay? It does not matter who you are. I want you to hear me loud and clear. Save for yourself. Save some for yourself. Take care of yourself. Show up for yourself. Put yourself first. Love on yourself. Make sure that you are being grateful for yourself. Write down those 5 things. I'm telling you, just 5 things a day of what you love about you, what you're grateful for in your own life. Every day. You should never get tired of being grateful in your life. Just 5 things a day. You'll find a way to appreciate your current circumstances. You'll find a way to appreciate your life, where you are in life. You'll find a way. I'm telling you, write down 5 things a day that you are grateful for in your life or about yourself. Your life will never be the same. Show up for yourself. Serve yourself first, and then serve everyone else after. Thank you for listening. I'm glad that I was able to make this video. I'm glad that I did not give up and half-ass my beauty regimen, because this skin is skinning okay. If I have time, I will do another beauty tutorial. Okay, I am Blessed Beauty Mimi. So on this channel, we talk about faith, fashion, fitness, fun, finances, family, friends, food, all of that. So if I have time, I will do a tutorial on beauty, on my hair. I'm just gonna straighten it a bit, and I'm gonna do like a quick pony. Either that will be the video, or depends on how much time, because literally I probably only gonna get like 4 hours, so I don't know what I'm gonna have to prioritize, which video. Or the video may be on what I cook for the ugly Christmas sweater party. So either way, I will show up for myself tomorrow. I am so excited, and I'm so happy, and I'm so grateful now that my blessed beauties have found me, that they are coming to me, those that need to hear these videos, that they have found me already. I'm just so grateful for you, that whatever you are doing, that you're doing it beautifully, that you are showing up for yourself. My blessed beauty, have an amazing day. Blessed Beauty Mimi says goodbye.